On Friday, July 7th, 2023, Amber Manthorne's community gathered at the lighthouse in the harbor at Port Alberni. It marked 1 year since she vanished. After her disappearance, the community came out by the hundreds to search for any sign that would lead to her whereabouts. They conducted an extensive search just outside the city near Amber's home at Great Central Lake, which is located northeast of the city of Port Alberni. Efforts then shifted to a gravel pit west of Cassidy, close to the Timberlands and Ninity Roads, where her Jeep Compass was found July 10th, 2022, more than 100 kilometers from her home. Shannon Murray remembers her little sister Amber as a spirited and fun-loving young woman. She lovingly recalls how Amber was the princess of the family and how hard she worked and always found the time to look gorgeous. She said that Amber was always happy and that she had so much to look forward to. She had a goal of being married with children in her future. Cheryl Payne was a close friend of Amber. She has been in shock since her disappearance. She said that everywhere in town, people still ask about any updates in her disappearance. She said that it has affected all friends, family, and the community as a whole. The group that was active in the search were dubbed Amber's Army. They used dirt bikes and ATVs to cover as much ground as possible. So clearly this has proven that Amber was important to many in her community. Longtime friend Christy St. Clair had posters and banners made, and the printer Gel Designs waived the cost. Christy said it is completely out of character for Amber to disappear, especially when she was set to be maid of honor at her friend's wedding in the summer. According to reports, Justin Hall and Amber were in a relationship for almost a year prior to her disappearance. Following multiple disagreements, they decided to end the relationship. Apparently, Amber went missing shortly after informing her friends via phone calls that she was going over to Hall's. Following her disappearance, the police believed that she was with him after she failed to show up at work the next day. Amber's friends and family began to fear the worst after her Jeep was found abandoned on the side of the road on McGill Freeway near Nanaimo the Friday morning after she vanished. The police began searching for Hall at that point. After he was found by the police, they determined that Amber was not with him. This was according to his own emails. He went on to say, quote, "I did not hurt my girlfriend. I do not know why she isn't back home. After our argument, I panicked and was just wanting to get away from everyone. I wasn't able to contact anyone because I didn't have a cell phone. And by the time I did, it was too late. I was already guilty in your eyes." Law enforcement agencies involved in the investigation did not confirm his guilt in Amber's disappearance. The police had focused their investigations in another direction. Hall went on to say in social media this, "I read in a pamphlet that was posted around Nanaimo that I was the last person with Amber. That is not true. I spoke to the RCMP and told them what happened that night. I understand that everyone is on edge, but I am part of this too. I lost the only person that still had my back. I have been calling her Sal just to hear her voice, and then I cry till I have no tears left. I would give anything to have her in my arms." After a year, her body still has not been found. If she is alive, there has been no signs. According to friends, Amber did say that she was going to meet with Hall at her cabin at Great Central Lake. It was learned, according to Czech News, that signs of a struggle, including a punched wall and blood, were found in Amber's bedroom soon after she went missing. In another post, Hall says, "I see the hate, I see the looks. Everybody knows and it hurts." This post was in August 2022. On July 7th, 2023, as friends gathered to mark the 1-year anniversary since Amber disappeared, the crowd of 100 shared memories and listened to music, laughed and hugged, shed tears, all while standing around an easel with the motto, "Forever Chasing Sunsets." "Today marks 1 year without Amber," said Cheryl Payne. 1 year since Amber last went to work. 1 year since her mother Lorraine had her last phone call. And 1 year since many children had their Auntie Chip in their lives. 1 year since Amber's friends last heard her infectious laugh and had the pleasure of seeing her big, beautiful smile. Friday's vigil focused on Amber, although there was a shadow that did hang over the memorial, and that was the death of Justin Hall. He died on July 4th, 2023. His death by suicide raised many questions for those still seeking answers over Amber's disappearance, but they can only continue to hope that there is a conclusion for her disappearance and that she can be brought home. Life isn't just the same without you here, Payne said in a message to Amber. I hope that one day we will have answers as to what happened to you that night, and I want you to know that we will never stop looking for you and pressing for answers. I love you, my friend. Amber Manthorne is 40 years old. She stands 5 feet 2 inches tall. She weighs 120 pounds and has long blonde hair and blue eyes. She was last seen July 7th, 2022, which was a Thursday. Last known to be with her boyfriend Justin Hall. Anyone with any information as to the whereabouts of Amber Manthorne are asked to contact the Port Alberni RCMP at 250-723-2424. If you want to help support Amber's family and friends, you can join them on Facebook through the group Finding Amber Manthorne. Finding Amber is a podcast series about her disappearance. You can listen to the podcast on Apple Podcasts Island Crime.